So the design world is changing, and it is changing fast. AI is at the heart of it all. But what does that actually mean for your job? What skills do hiring managers really want to see right now? Well, we've dug into the latest industry data to lay out these 7 essential skills that define a truly AI-ready designer. And just how big is this shift? Well, according to Autodesk's AI jobs report, which, by the way, looked at nearly 3 million job postings, mentions of AI shot up by over 56% in just 1 year. This isn't some far-off, futuristic trend. This is the job market today. But here's the real kicker. The most stunning finding from that entire report, the #1 skill companies are looking for in AI-related jobs, it's not coding, it's not cloud computing, it's design. In the age of AI, human-centered design is suddenly the most valuable asset. And that, my friends, changes everything. So, let's break down what this actually means for you. We're going to cover the new technical skills you have to have. Then we'll get into the human skills that AI just can't replace. And finally, we'll talk about the strategic mindset you need to really thrive. Okay, first up, the new technical foundation. Think of these as the new table stakes, the absolute must-have skills for working with the machinery of modern design. Skill number 1 is AI proficiency and prompt engineering. This is a core requirement now. Job postings for prompt engineers jumped by over 135%. And this is so much more than just typing a few words to get a cool image. It's about becoming, as the experts call it, an architect of AI-human collaboration, knowing exactly how to steer these powerful tools to get the results you need. And when we dig a little deeper, you can see what hiring managers are actually looking for. They want people who can write really precise, context-aware prompts. They need you to understand what AI can't do. They want to see that you've actually used these tools in a real workflow, and this is a big one, that you know how to check, validate, and refine whatever the AI spits out. All right, that brings us to our second technical skill, data literacy. You know, the era of designing based purely on gut feeling, that's pretty much over. Today's top designers are making evidence-based decisions, and guess where that evidence comes from? Yep, data. And if you need proof, just look at the numbers. Research from Forrester shows a huge jump here. Back in 2018, about 40% of employees were working heavily with data. By 2025, that's projected to hit 70%. So, as a designer, being able to look at data and turn it into real, actionable ideas isn't a bonus anymore. It's a core competency. So, as technology starts handling more of the heavy lifting, the skills that really make you stand out are the ones that are uniquely human. And that brings us to what we're calling the irreplaceable human edge. And that leads us to skill number 3, which might just be the most important one of all, deep human empathy and emotional intelligence. AI can optimize a workflow, sure, but it cannot replicate genuine human understanding. This is your superpower. This is your ultimate differentiator. You can see the shift right here. Traditional design often focused on just collecting objective data, but empathy-driven design, that goes deeper. It's about mapping a user's entire emotional journey, understanding their real motivations. And here's the crazy opportunity. Only 3% of companies are considered truly customer-obsessed. That's a massive empathy gap, just waiting for a smart designer to fill. Okay, on to our 4th skill, accessibility and inclusive design. For a long, long time, this was seen as a nice-to-have. Well, that has completely changed. It's now illegal, ethical, and, honestly, a commercial necessity. Think about this number for a second. 1.3 billion. That is the number of people around the world living with disabilities. Designing for accessibility isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about connecting with a market the size of China. And with new rules like the European Accessibility Act becoming mandatory in June 2025, this skill just became mission critical. Our 5th skill is all about people, cross-functional collaboration and communication. Let's be real, modern product development is a team sport, and designers are often the quarterbacks. Your ability to break down silos, to speak the language of developers, marketers, and business leaders, that is absolutely paramount. And if you ever wondered just how important this is, look at this data from Figma's State of the Designer report. It is staggering. A whopping 91% of developers think the design handoff process needs improvement. Just let that sink in. This means a designer who can communicate clearly can solve one of the biggest points of friction in the entire product cycle. This brings us to our final group of skills, which is all about developing a strategic career mindset. This is what takes you from being a craftsperson who just completes tasks to being a real strategic partner who drives business results. So, skill number 6 is business acumen and strategic thinking. More and more, the thing that determines a designer's career success isn't just their portfolio. It's their ability to understand and actually impact the company's bottom line. And get this, according to a recent report, only 5% of organizations feel their design strategy is world-class. That is a massive opportunity for designers who can speak the language of business, who can connect their work to metrics like ROI, customer acquisition, and lifetime value. Finally, we have skill number 7. This is the meta skill, the one that holds all the others together, adaptive learning. In an industry that is being completely remade before our eyes, your ability to constantly learn and evolve is the only real job security you have. It's your ultimate career insurance policy. And the pace of change is just relentless. The World Economic Forum says AI is on track to create 12 million net new jobs by 2025. We're seeing totally new roles pop up that didn't exist a few years ago, like experience curators and behavior data architects. The only way to stay in the game is to be a lifelong learner, period. So let's bring it all together. What does it actually mean to be the kind of AI-ready designer that companies are fighting over right now? Well, it's a synthesis of these 7 skills we've just walked through. Here they are, the 7 skills of the modern AI-ready designer. It's this powerful mix of technical mastery with AI and data, combined with that irreplaceable human touch of empathy and accessibility, all guided by the strategic vision of collaboration and business savvy. This right here, this is the blueprint. Look, at the end of the day, AI has already changed the game. The technology isn't the question anymore. The real question, the one I want to leave you with, is this one right here. Are you developing the skills that will make you indispensable?